What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. So a couple weeks ago, a guy slides into my DMs. He's this high-paid executive. He's doing very, very good for himself, and he's interested in starting a business. He wants to go be an entrepreneur, but he's running into the quintessential problem that so many high-paying professionals run into, which is he has the golden handcuffs. You know, those golden handcuffs where you're making so much money and you have so many costs and expenses in your life. You know, you got your kids going to school, you got your fancy car, your nice house, all these things. You can't afford to take the risk to go start your own thing because you're shackled to this high salary. I think a lot of people are familiar with this concept of the golden handcuffs, but more pervasive in my experience is actually something a whole lot cozier, something I call the fuzzy handcuffs. The fuzzy handcuffs are the handcuffs we willingly put on ourselves that are comfortable when we accept things that are good, but not necessarily great. You know, you have that good job, but not a great job. You have a good house, but not a great house. You have good relationships, but not great relationships. Good health, not great health, right? The problem with fuzzy handcuffs is that we willingly shackle ourselves with these restraints because we have so much to lose. And that's really the fundamental crux of the issue with golden handcuffs. When you have something good in your life, you have something you could risk. If you lose that, you can go back and have something bad, not just good, right? And so we feel trapped from ever even pursuing the potential great thing in life because it might come at the expense of what we already have, the good. And this is why they say good is the enemy of great. And it's why people just stay in their comfort zone. They stay in their complacency zone, and they never go after the great in life. And I have found most people that I talk to are living a life shackled by their own complacency. They're wearing the fuzzy handcuffs for no other reason than they're too afraid to take them off and to go for it. Now, for me, my journey, it really pivoted when I hit rock bottom. And rock bottom can be a great place for people because when you're there, you have nothing to risk. You have nothing to lose. You're like, I'm desperate. And what I'm doing currently isn't working, so I might as well try it, right? But that was a great thing for me. But you have to ask yourself, if you're living a life right now that is good, if you have the fuzzy handcuffs on, you're probably not going to hit a rock bottom moment. That's the truth, is that there isn't going to be the single inciting incident that life throws at you that forces you from the comfort of your own home. Listen, this isn't a science fiction novel, right? There is no story mechanic that's going to force you on the adventure of your life. Nobody's going to come along and force you to climb the mountain if you don't want to. And if you're currently sitting there thinking, maybe I have more capacity, maybe I have more potential, maybe I do have the seed of greatness that I could do more with my life, but I just don't know. I want to share a belief that I have. It's one of the most powerful beliefs. I believe every single person on this planet has a seed of greatness planted in their hearts. And I think you, listening to this, you have a seed of greatness inside of you. And the only thing that stops that seed from blossoming is you. It's you standing in the way of your own light. And as a result, you are casting your shadow onto that seed. And the only thing you have to do for that seed to blossom, to grow, to move towards your greatness is just to get out of your own way, to let your light shine and to go for it. And so I hope that this episode today can be that moment that you finally go, you know what? I'm done accepting good. I want to be great. I'm done accepting mediocrity. I want to see what I'm capable of, even if that means that in risking, I will fall short and fail. There's a great quote by Roosevelt, the man in the arena, and I cannot quote it. I cannot do it justice, but every time I hear it, every time I read it, and I have it on my wall because it's such a powerful concept. In short, he says, "It is better to risk and to fail and to die with glory and to have your face marred with blood, sweat, and tears that comes from actually trying, rather than being one of those cold, timid souls who sits in the stand and they know neither the pleasure of victory or the pain of defeat. It is better to burn brightly than to smolder into non-existence." And I hope this can be the motivation that you need today to go make that change. If you are tired of living with the fuzzy handcuffs on, if you're tired of holding yourself back, because at the end of the day, those fuzzy handcuffs, there is no key to unlock them. They're already unlocked. You can take them off whenever you want. It's just a decision you have to make. So That's going to do it for me, guys. We'll see you in the next episode.